Hi guys, Nick60 here, coming to you with another tank review. This is the Grosstraktor Krupp, which is a relatively new premium tank. It's not the newest out there, but it's still, compared to most of the other premium tanks, relatively new. It is a Tier 3 medium tank. Takes the full standard crew plus an extra loader, which works for me because I'm currently working on two medium tanks. Well, I just finished this one this morning, but yeah. And you can see crew skills. Most of these crew skills I have the PANZER to thank, since I just got this, but very helpful. We'll talk about why they can be helpful in this, but remember, premium tank, use whatever you got. Don't bother getting your own crew for it. So first thing we'll start with is the stats. 320 hit points. For a Tier 3, that's not bad. A loadout I use 16.7 out of 18 tons with a 250 horsepower engine. Top speed of 44 kilometers an hour, so this thing can book, and I have gotten it above that. Sometimes without even needing to go downhill. I mean, this thing has, again, to borrow from the Mighty Jingles, a phrase, a lot of grunt in the engine. I mean, it goes, which is both an advantage and a disadvantage. Got 26 traverse speed, 26. A 36 traverse speed skipping, and a 41 turret traverse speed. So this thing, you know, it's big, it's bulky, but it's kind of like a T-28. It can get its gun pointed at you dangerously fast. It's a little slow on the. We'll cover the gun in a sec. It's got 33 base speed, view range. Jeez, I'm having trouble. 330 view range and 345 signal range. So, view range, crappy signal range. 100% crew. I'll get to why the chocolate bars in a sec. Brings it to 369 view range, 384 signal range, a little better. And the binocs give it 462 view range. Now, the reason that I went with this setup is primarily because of the gun. With this thing, it's all about that 75mm gun. You see I have no AP, 32 to 54 penetration, 83 to 138 damage. Well, HE, 29 to 48 penetration, so it's almost as good, and 131 to 219 damage, plus a 1 meter blast radius. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with HE, because at Tier 3, pen everything. Tier 4, pen half the things. Tier 5, you're using HE anyways. And I keep 10 heat rounds, just for the little bit better penetration against Tier 5s. Haven't actually used any of it though. Now, like I said, it's all about the gun. So, vents improve because I need the reload, I need the accuracy. That's the one thing about this. Gun's accuracy. 2.2 aiming time, not bad. Dispersion, 0.55. Rate of fire, 10.91. Yeah, I want as good of accuracy, aiming time, and rate of fire as I can get. So we have that, and the gun lane drive. Sadly, no rammer. I want to put a rammer on this thing really bad, but it doesn't get one. So, while they're on sale, I'm using chocolates. Improve all soft skill stats, especially its rate of fire, because it needs it. And like I said, these goes off a sale, probably won't be using them anymore. But for now, it's easy to pay for them with my other premiums. And as stated, it's a premium itself, so accelerate crew training, boost these guys up even more. Now, let's talk about it. I skipped its hull and turret armor. 14 at the front, 8 at the sides, 8 at the rear. Yeah, it's got no armor. So you might have 320 health points at Tier 3, which, you know, that's decent for a tier 3. For a tier 3. But you have to guard them cautiously. Because no armor means you're taking full damage from everyone. Except Panzer 2Ds, because those suck. So, ramming in this thing seems like a good idea because of its size, but your armor isn't going to protect you. So you have to pop out, take your shot, and run back in the cover, which is exactly why I am pushing so hard to try to find ways to mitigate that reload and the aim time. And you're a pretty big target. I mean, at tier 3, this thing looks like it eats other tier 3s. And, you know, the gun technically does. But you have the issue of the fact that you are a huge target. And at tier 3, I'll be honest, I don't fear most things, even with that huge target. Because 75mm gun, I'll either kill them or make them hurt so bad that they run away. Panzer 1Cs. I hate Panzer 1Cs as a general rule of thumb. In this thing, they're the only tank at tier 3 that I will actively avoid. Because, yeah, you can one-shot kill them with the 75mm gun, but it's a slow-traveling shell. AP doesn't move any faster than HE, so yeah. It just kind of takes a leisurely walk towards your target, which is an issue against a 1C which can move so fast. So it's either you knock them out in the first shot, or they will circle you and kill you before you can reload. Again, there's a reason why I'm pushing the reload and the aim time so much on this gun. Against other tanks, it's useful, but again, wrong thing. You get up to 219 damage in a 1 meter blast radius. Anything else at tier 3 is going to hurt very, very badly. And at tier 4 and 5, you're a support tank anyways. This brings to the other thing. 44 plus top speed. This thing can book it. So it's great for responding to threats in the battlefield, getting from point A to point B in order to cover a weakness or an open area. You want to do that later in the battle. That's its other greatest weakness. Its speed is its greatest advantage and its greatest weakness. Well, it's got two great advantages which are also its great weaknesses. We've already covered the gun. It's great because when it hits, it splats the enemy. But it's got a slow aim time and a slow reload and a poor accuracy. It's great for moving into the target, but you can outrun the rest of your team, and with 0 armor, that 320 hit points doesn't mean much. So, you can get there fast. You can get out of there fast, but that's the thing, you have to remember to get out of there. And that's an issue I have been having, is just the fact that I get so caught up in the speed that I forget that this thing, despite its size, has no armor, and I get myself killed. But that doesn't change one simple fact about this tank, above all else. It's just fun. I mean, yeah, you look at its hull armor and you think, oh, you're just a sitting duck, but it's fun. That speed combined with what is essentially a tier 3 derp gun, this thing is really fun to play, and I love it. I don't think I've survived a single battle in it yet, but it hasn't mattered because when I've done well, I've done decently well, and again, I just let the speed get the better of me, so me dying is my fault, not the tank's fault, and it just is fun to play. I mean, I haven't had a chance to test mine out yet, because I just got my first British Churchill tank. So now I have a heavy crew. But I would assume that playing this, yeah, it's like the exact opposite in a lot of the ways. But I'd assume it gives you a similar feeling to what TOG players seem to say, because it's just a fun tank. Terrible hull armor, terrible turret armor, terrible reload and accuracy, but derp the target and run away. And I can't help but laugh. I mean, it's called the Grosstraktor Krupp. Stupid name. It just doesn't feel like a serious tank, and that's a good thing because it's a load of fun to play. Even when you die, it's still a load of fun to play. So, I think I've talked about it enough. Let's see what a battle looks like, shall we? So here we go, the Gr.Tr Krupp. I actually have a toolkit in this battle, as well as having not purchased any heat rounds yet. It wasn't until a couple battles after this I decided to start carrying some heat rounds. You see, top tier, second to top from the on the score list, and off I go. And I went this way because most of the time I don't see a lot of people going this way, but I think they ended up following me this time because, you know, second to top tier. And I do have a derp moment at the end of this, but until then I do pretty well. So, first things first. Trying to see if I can get into a shooting position. That Stewart takes advantage of me ignoring him to get out of there. And first target of the day, I miss. Like I said, firing on the move with an already inaccurate target. Did you see that though? There went most of that guy's health, and he's dead. Oh look, another Grosstraktor. I wonder if I can hit him. Nope. Yep. And you see, it takes 2 shots from another Grosstraktor to bring you down if you're in one of these. And I haven't noticed that light yet because target fixation. And this is reminding me to mention another advantage this tank has. At the front, it has great gun depression, which is incredibly rare for a German tank. And is probably in large part due to the fact that this thing has such a short, stubby gun. And so off I go. Everyone started to move back towards the center. Either that or they... Well, we didn't really lose anyone here, so here we go, and... Wait, there's an M2 light! How did I miss that?
Critical hit, ready to fire!
And yes, I'm auto-aiming. At this range, doesn't matter. So that takes care of the enemy light. Miss.
Direct hit.
And someone else takes him out. But you can see, I've only taken a couple hits, and they have really eaten away at my health pool. Haha! Snapshot, single hit kill. So yeah, this, I've basically fired, of the shots that hit, I fired like, what? 4 shots that hit and 3 kills. At tier 3, this thing is a derp tank. Look at that! I'm not gonna get the kill, but did you see that damage? This thing just wrecks other tanks. Now, here's where I had the derp moment. And I think that this match has pretty much shown you what you need to see of this tank anyways. And I'm leaving the derp moment in because this is the first time I was in a match with the Panzer 1C, as hard as that is to believe. And I actually am gonna say that I want that 1C, because I'm thinking I'm gonna derp him in the face. I am forgetting that, yeah, no armor. I'm big, but no armor. And I haven't yet realized my mistake.
Ready to fire.
Auto aim, that's when I realized my mistake.
We're dead for. Everyone get out.
See how quickly it took for me to die? Seconds. A Panzer 1C will absolutely annihilate you because of the fact that they just have the ability to fire constantly. And so I have learned not to do that anymore in the Grosstraktor. I now avoid 1Cs like the plague, but everything else in the lineup here, I could take. The Grosstraktor, because it also has a derp gun, and maybe the Valentine AT, I missed which gun that they had. Well, pretty much anything with a high explosive shell can do a lot of damage. Valentine AT, M2 Medium, and Grosstraktor are about it for that list. But they have the same disadvantage you do. Poor accuracy, long reload, slow aim time. That 1C is none of that. But up until that point, I think the argument for the Grosstraktor has been made. I mean, I didn't need to fire a lot of shots to do a truckload of damage. So, yeah, I got killed, but we still won, and I got a lot of experience and credits out of that. So, I'm good. And I guess that's about it for the Grosstraktor. If you like this video and want to see more, please check out my channel. If you are interested, I am hosting several they're giveaways, but YouTube makes you call them sweepstakes as well. If you want to keep up with new videos as they come available, please subscribe. Check out my Twitter, Nick60vids. I try to keep it updated as much as possible. I am starting to stream on Twitch, so there will be a link for that as well. And if you want to keep helping this channel grow and keep things coming and inspire, quote unquote, more of these sweepstakes / giveaways, please check out my Patreon, Nikolai60. And yeah, links to everything in the description. And thanks for taking your time to watch. This is Nick60 signing off. I'll see you guys later.